You've got to be thinking strategically on something like this. Don't be using this chart to like find the slope or the y-intercept. Don't do algebra. This is so easy if we just recognize in a very bland way what we have. The choices are equations. The chart is some points. So we're going to use my favorite strategy, plug points into equations. It is not an elaborate strategy. It does not have a clever name. It's not supposed to be clever. It's supposed to be very, very simple. Plug points into equations, see what happens. So let's just take the first point, 8 and 44, and plug it in. Now what that means is if 8 is the number of waiters, the W, then the T that results should be 44. So if we plug it into A, we do have a calculator, but we don't probably need it that much. Negative 16 would be negative 2 times 8 plus 60, and that is in fact 44. So that checks out. But we're not allowed to pick that yet because sometimes we pick a point that works in multiple equations. So we've got to be cautious. But as we go through, we can see negative 1/2 of 8 would be negative 4 plus 44. Well, that's 40, not 44. So that doesn't work. And then here we would have 2 times 8 plus 28. So 16 plus 28 is 44. So that works too. I expected this. That's okay. But let's try choice D just to finish things off here. So 4 times 8 plus 44, that's 32 plus 44. This is already way too big. So that leaves us with A and C. How do we decide between them? Plug another point into the equations, okay? We don't need to try B and D. Now we just need to do A and C. Let's just pick the next point, 12 and 36. So choice A would be negative 2 times 12 plus 60. So that's negative 24 plus 60, and that is 36. So that's probably going to be it. It's very rare that the second point works in 2 as well, but we should try it out anyway. 2 times 12 plus 28, that's 24 plus 28, that's way more than 36, so now we have our answer. This is the default strategy on pretty much every question. You should look at every question and be like, do I have points? Do I have equations? If you have equations but don't have points, try to see if you can make up some points or find them in the story. They're probably there, okay? If you have both, obviously like this, it's just a matter of plugging them in. You don't need to do complex algebra. It'll only get you in trouble. Just plug the points in the equations.